So tell me, who is Phil Hurr?
An ex-footballer. Yeah, in my younger years, played a lot of football. I've done different sports, motorbike stuff, interested in doing, and I switched to running after football, which is something you can keep going, and enjoyed it. I started fell racing when I was in the Lake District, and moved back to Norfolk and started doing road running.
How did you start doing triathlon?
Well, I switched to triathlon, when I was 60. I was picking up sort of niggly injuries and things, and somebody suggested, like, triathlon, you're mixing your training up more, so like non-weight bearing stuff on the bike and swimming, like running. There's quite a lot of impact on the knees and stuff, and that's allowed me to keep training. I couldn't really swim. I was like scared of the water. Never avoided it for most of my life because I nearly drowned when I was young. So I've had like this bit of a phobia. So I've sort of tried to get over that and tried to learn to swim with a shit technique and stuff. Like what stuff you learn when you're a kid, you take to straight away. So, trying to do it at 60 was like totally alien to me. But I'm persevering and I can... Yeah.
As far as I know, you're mainly experienced in duathlon, right?
Well, yeah, I didn't even know about duathlon, to be honest, but when I got into triathlon, I realised there were other options, and being an ex-runner, I hadn't done any cycling, but as a kid, recreational stuff and that, I used to do a lot, and I took to it straight away, really enjoyed it. So duathlon suited me, and I had a go. I didn't even know about age group representation and stuff, and did a qualify with a friend at Alton Park and managed to qualify for one, and then sort of went on from there. Found I could do quite well at it.
Where are we at today? What are we doing?
25 mile TT. Starting from Sheringham and then down to Hull, back up to the corner roundabout twice. Should be fun. Got the half Ironman coming up in the second week in June. The Grafham half Ironman. Looking forward to that. It'll be first one of the year.
It's a nice day for it as well, isn't it?
Oh yes. Compared to what we have been having. When I cycled out to the race at Durham, it was misty, wet, cold. So I was absolutely soaked and cold the time I got there, and then you had to run 10-mile road race. But yeah, this is more like it now.
What kind of time are you aiming for?
I'm not sure. To be quite honest, I'm feeling it in my legs a bit today. The road race from Sunday. So last time I think I did 58 something. I can't quite remember. But if I could get under the hour, I'd be happy.
Training wise, how does duathlon differ to triathlon?
You've got like I've been doing sprint duathlon. I have done some standard stuff, but that's a matter of like training to run off the bike, being strong. When the first time I did it, it was like training with a club, and my legs were like jelly when I tried to run after like sort of run and then cycling, and then you get back to the second run, my legs were like jelly. But you sort of have to train in that way and so I've, it's one of the things I've got stronger at.
How have your recent races gone?
Well, I've sort of done quite well with the GB stuff, straight from the off. So, I mean, just got the World Championships, did in Ibiza, and I managed to win that. So that was good. But last year I missed out because I made a mistake when I was quite a long way in the lead. So I sort of like felt I had to. Well, I did one lap too many. I come into transition and they had actually changed the distances the night before because of some function they didn't know about. So there was different laps and there was quite a lot of laps on the bike. And normally it's just around about 12 miles. And I always check it on my speedo, but I was quite a long way in the lead, and nobody sort of gauge anything off. And I went by my mileage, and that was short. So I thought I better do another lap. And I think several people made the same mistake, sort of behind me. But but I did manage to catch the other guy up, and I managed to get silver last year. So yeah. So I sort of felt like I had unfinished business. So to win it this year was like the total opposite to last year. Well, I've been doing like the age group sprints for quite a while, and I want to go try a bit longer distance. I've done one half ironman last year at the Lakesman, which for my first one I thought went okay. So got 5 hours 6 minutes for that. Enjoyed it, so I just maybe want to do a bit more longer distance stuff. I'm not sure how it will suit me, but I'm training for it.
How often do you do these time trials?
I'll probably do 5 or 6 a year. I used to do these ones quite regular, but last year I did the ones near Norwich. Probably did about 4 or 5. But I do enjoy doing them. And me and Joe have entered a couple earlier in the year. One was cancelled. Was in Essex was cancelled because of roadworks. And I did a 25-miler in horrible, wet, cold conditions near King's Lynn, which was good to do. But yes, much nicer the conditions tonight.
Uncertainty going into today's stage, wasn't there? What we know for sure.
Do you mind being recognised?
Well, I'm not used to it.
I imagine you'll get used to it pretty soon.
Yeah, like obviously going to Ibiza where there's loads of triathletes and things. But everyone's really friendly and that, and they obviously love what Joe does. They love all his stuff. So yeah, surprising. It's good when you're racing. And you're getting a lot of people cheering you on and things.
Yeah, I bet it is, yeah.
And barking at you.
Is there anything outside of like triathlon and duathlon that you'd like to try? Like long bike TT or a marathon or something?
Well, I've done marathons. I have run a 2:45 marathon before.
Oh, really?
2:45:01. But I've only done 4. And to be honest, I didn't even want to do one. I was like, footballer, 10k was fine, 5k even better, shorter. But I started running halves and things, and then you've always got the challenge of the marathon, and then
is it kind of like once you've done it, it's...
Yeah, I think like that's I'm really glad I started mixing the training up, because if you're running every day, I think more than likely you're going to end up with more injuries. I tore my Achilles, and that kept me out for about a year, and then like at 60 it's hard to get that fitness back. As a year's a long while to be out, and then COVID come along. But with triathlon, you can, if you're running, you don't have to run every day. You can get out on the bike and do like 3, 4, 5 hours, and it's just totally different. So you're mixing it up, and that makes the running better when you do run. like the swimming and stuff is, you know, all non-weight bearing, so, you know, it's a bit easier on your body, and I'm probably using muscles I'd never really used before, like swimming. That's probably why my technique is so poor and stuff. I also think that swimming helped the running in some ways as well, like with the breathing.
Yeah.
You know, it's the hardest thing I found, because you don't naturally breathe underwater, do you?
No, yeah.
So for me to get the breathing right was the hardest bit. So I'm quite aggressive, so the harder you try to swim in the water, it's probably the slower you go, because you've got to be precise and have a good stroke and things. You know, when you're trying, so that works against you in the water.
At current, who do you train with?
Well, at present, obviously Joe Skipper. Been training with him for probably 6-7 months now, and the group as well.
There he is, that's your competition. You beat Phil, I'll give you 20 quid if you beat Phil.
I started swimming with Mark, and just trying to improve my swimming. And there's a good group of us now, so I'm finding that's really beneficial. Like just in and around Joe, picking up stuff all the time, because I'm quite a novice to it all. And it's picking up loads of little tips and things.
Speaking of tips, do you think you've been able to offer Joe any tips of your own, considering you're the only world champion amongst the group?
I think the odd one or two, like, yeah.
Any come to mind?
I don't know, I can't think of one in particular, but yeah, I think that works both ways.
My heart rate variability was so low when I got back, because I didn't use it when I was out there, but I check that sometimes.
Yeah.
And that's a sign to see, like, you can tell when you're either like fighting something or you're gonna, like, the shit's gonna hit the fan.
What, the heart rate's up, is it?
Well, it's the heart rate variability, so it's the difference between like the beats of the heart.
Yeah.
So first class service here from Phil, aka powerful pensioner.
Do you know what you've done, Phil?
Fun?
Do you know what time you've done?
The bottles are stopping us, aren't they?
Yeah. I was just over the hour, I think. I'm not quite sure.
25 miles an hour, trying to keep up with him. The world champ.
Yeah, I put in a solid effort after Sunday's race. So.
And you said you weren't feeling too good as well. Your legs.
No, I wouldn't
Timekeeper says
feel my legs,
50:59, which must be a course record by miles.
1 second
I don't
under.
know what the course record is, but that'll be it.
Cheers. 50:59.
Oh, for you?
Yeah, just under 51. I was fighting that last 5 minutes.
That's good going.
Will it shut? Or have I got to bite back?
There's 1:01:20, I think.
Aristotle.
I don't even know who he is, do you?
That guy?
No, Aristotle.
I've heard of Aristotle, but I'll Google him now and see what he looks like.
He's got another big white beard. No philosopher.
He doesn't look too similar to you, does he? Like,
No, not really.
What is your ultimate goal?
Well, there's a figure, but I'll try my best to get near to sub 10 as I can. I don't know if I can do that. That's probably my goal, but that might be way too high. I don't know, but yeah, that's what I'm training for.
Faster recovery equals better performance. CBD Triathlete. Train harder, recover faster.